All right, all right, all right. I think we are live. Yes, we are. We are live. Welcome, everybody. Let me. All right, so welcome, everybody. So in today's session, what I'm going to be covering is I'm going to be covering the market update, and I'm going to be covering what's going on right now in the markets. And the question, obviously, is this the end? Is this the end of the leg up, or is this the end of the leg up, or is this the it's basically right now when we're looking at the stock market, is this the end of this? And also, is this the end of the bear market in gold and silver? So we're going to be looking at those for you today, and we're going to be really focusing on that. So one thing I want to, so we're going to be really focusing on that today, guys. So before I do get started, let me start with the typical disclaimer. Let me go back here. All right, fantastic. All right, traders, guys, do not place a trade based on what you see in this session today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There's no guarantees of making money in the markets, and trading is hard and it takes you a long time to become a good trader. So be smart about the way that you're viewing these markets. Be smart about the way that you trade these markets as well too. Also, guys, the trading course that I'm doing for $7 right now ends today. It's like, as I'm doing this recording, it's like ending today. So if you go to Johns, JOHNS, flashsale.com, it ends today. So today is the very last day. Also, if you'd like to get a free trial to my Master Trader Lab monthly, then you can get that at mastertraderlab.com. Now, one thing I want to share with you guys first, okay? Firstly, what I want to share with you guys is, before I start talking about the markets, okay, I want to talk to you about something that is really important to your trading. And I want to ask you guys a question, okay? I want to ask you guys a question in the chat box. Be honest with me, how's your trading gone this month? All right, so we're finishing this month right now in January. How's your trading gone this month? Has it been difficult for you? Have you been whipsawed out of the markets? Have you found it very hard and very confusing to get ahead in the markets these days? Let me know in the chat box, like, what do you guys see? How's trading been for you this month? Has it been difficult? Has it been very hard to get any consistency behind your belt? Just let me know where you're at, because I want to share something with you today, because I think it's going to really help you move forward and understand the cycle of you becoming a really good trader in the markets. So, and the thing that I want to talk to you about today, and the thing that I want to share with you today, is I want to give you a breakdown on my thoughts and my trades this month, and the thing is that I want to walk you through my trading this month and how my month has gone so far, the total amount of trades that I've taken, my success rate, and so on and so forth. And that's what I want to share with you today when it comes to that there. So okay, so trying to learn to trade. Okay, just finished down 5.7%, but it's fine with my money management. Okay, cool. And if Amazon exposed tomorrow, it will continue the bull market. Okay. All right, fantastic, guys, fantastic. All right, so I want to give you guys a bit of an update. Guys, put a Y in the chat box if you'd like me to share with you my trading this month in total, my thoughts behind my trading this month, success rate, and so on and so forth. Give me a Y in the chat box if you'd like me to share with you those details, because I want to give you guys a bit of a look behind the scenes of what it's so important for you as an individual to do. When you're actually trading these markets and you're trying to get ahead in these markets. Okay, you're trying to get ahead and you're trying to see what is the path to moving forward. Now, here's what I say. Okay, here's what I say. Let me one thing that Here's what I say here, okay? Firstly, if you are trying to get ahead in the markets, if you're trying to get ahead in the markets and you're trying to trade the markets, here is one fundamental thing that you must understand when you're looking at the markets, okay? Firstly, for me, I'm going to share with you the trades that I've taken this month and the success rate and so on and so forth. But one thing I want to share with you, and let me... all right. So one thing I want to share with you is this, okay? Trading successfully is never about trying to get in on the next big move or the next big direction or any of that sort of stuff, okay? Trading is all about, and it really does come back down to this simple plan of having a simple setup, and your job is to only wait for that setup. Okay? Your job is to only wait and wait and wait for that setup. So the thing that I want to share with you guys, and the thing that one thing that stops you from moving forward is your inconsistency to stick to a plan even when things get really, really slow. So I'll give you an example of my trading. Okay. Now, for a really, really interesting, for me personally, I had a pretty quiet month. I had a really, really, really quiet month. And the first half of this month here, okay, the first half of this month, for me personally, I had no trades. So I had no trades at all for the first half month. And please, guys, what I'm trying to share with you is the keys that you need to focus on when you're trying to get ahead of the markets, okay? So when you're trying to get ahead of the markets, one, you must know exactly what you're looking for and not just getting into things because you think, hope, or fear. The second thing, you must know exactly what you're looking for on the chart, and your job is just to be patient. And I promise you, your impatience is stopping you from moving forward. Your impatience, because I'm going to share with you right now my trades that I've taken this month. But I want to share with you that the mindset and the mind frame of trading these markets and doing really, really well in the markets, because it's your impatience and you not having a strict disciplined plan on a setup of what to look for to start to get ahead, for you to start to get ahead in the markets. So let me share with you my trades. As I said before, so I'm going to walk you through what I'm bringing up right now in front of you is I'm bringing up, this is my private client group that you're seeing right now. And let me just bring this down here. So this is my private client group that I've got. And let me see if I can do this here. So this is, once again, this is my private client group that I've got for, for my private clients here. And I share with them all the trades that I've taken. Now, as you can see here, right, on January the 18th, this was the very first trade that I took for the entire year. Okay. And so this was the very, very, very first trade. You can see here that I'm talking with my members here on Facebook here, and you can see here that that this was the entry here. And I talked about this actually a few sessions ago as well too on Facebook. Sorry, on YouTube and on Facebook as well. But this was my very first trade. Now I had to be patient. And I watched these markets sometimes 6-7 hours a night and not take any trades. And then then this trade appeared, and it was a really, really, really nice successful trade. Now, some people said, oh, John, that was only a 2-minute trade and it didn't last that long. Well, the thing is, you got to ask yourself, right? Let me ask you a question. Is that this breakout bar here, by the way, this breakout bar here was my entry bar. And I entered at the end of this here because that told me now things are likely to start moving. People are like, oh, John, well, you're only in it for 15 minutes. What if, and my risk is the bar itself, okay? So the low of the bar is always my max risk. So let's just say, for example, my max risk was $10,000 on this one here. All right, that's my maximum risk. But I'm very, very confident most of my trades are going to work out. Well, as you can see, right, this here, $10,000 risk, this here ran up and came back down. That $10,000 risk would have generated out a $15,000 profit in one trade. See, what I'm trying to share with you right now, it's not you trading a lot is going to make you a successful trader. It's you trading really high quality setups and having the ability to be able to put more and more money on per trade because your confidence grows and so on and so forth. So this here was just the very first trade that I took. So once again, I had to be patient all the way through, and then I had to wait for this. And then when I got into the trade, it's not like, well, I'm looking for a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 or 4-to-1. Like, no, my job is to trade. My job is to trade the markets and only trade what the market is going to give me. That's all it is. That's my job as a trader. So this is the very first trade here that I took. And then I walked up through here, and then, you know, then I do a weekly coaching session for my private clients. Again, this is my private client. And this was and then after that, as you can see here, right, I had no trades up to January the 18th. January the 18th was my very first trade, and it was like in and out 15 minutes. That was it. Then guess what? My very next trade here, my absolute very next trade was on January the 29th, almost 10 days later. And this was actually a Forex trade that I took. Now, once again, every single trade meets the exact same rules every single time. This one here, this breakout bar here, this was my entry bar. And then I use the moving average as a scaling exit as well too. So as you can see, right, like, and this was my very next trade. Beautiful. In here and then out here when it got down towards the moving average. That was my trade in and out. So that was the USD CAD. Again, it was a Forex trade there. And then my very next trade, which is really interesting, then my very next trade was on the Dow Jones. The very next day, or the same day, pretty much, this was the Dow Jones futures 15-minute, right? Pretty much the exact same. And as one of my private clients said, busy day, profit hammering. You love it. So I share with my private clients all my trades. Here's my next trade that I took. And then I also took a trade today as I'm doing this recording for you. Oh, this one here, this oil trade I didn't see because this is an oil trade here from one of my private clients because I was actually asleep at that time. But I also took a trade today. And this here was the NASDAQ futures trade. So as we can see here, this one here was a beautiful, beautiful setup, an absolute beautiful setup, right? The breakout bar here. And as one of Mike Myers, one of my private clients said here, yes, you can take the rest of the year off now, almost, because he saw the month that I've just had as trader. Now, I'm not here to brag, guys. I'm not here to say, oh, you know, look at me. But I've just shown you every single trade that I've taken. Okay, I've had no losses this month, and I've only taken. I'm pretty sure it's only about 4 trades. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 trades this month. I've only taken 4 trades, but look at the quality of trades. Now, let me ask you a question. As I said before, right, this breakout bar here, let's just say, for example, I only had $5,000. I had a $5,000 risk, had a bit more than that, a lot more than that. But just say, for example, my entry, I get in when this bar closes, this breakout bar, and my stop is at the low of the bar. Let's say, for example, that there represents, say, a $5,000 risk, right? Say that's a $5,000 risk. Well, look at this here. Okay, look where this in here. This one here, as I got out of this trade, this one here was almost 2 times. Oh, I'm pretty sure actually a bit over that. 2 times, I think, yeah, between 2.5, 2 times my risk. So call that a $10,000 profit if you're using that. Look at this one here. This one on the futures. Again, same thing. Say I had a $5,000 risk on this one using the bar analysis risk there. That is, say, risk there. And this one here generated almost 3 times. I know about between 2 and 3 times. Call it another $10,000 profit. And then we're going to go down to this one here. And this one here was an amazing, right? This one here, it generated, I think, somewhere between 3 and 4. Between 3 and 4, I think it's around, yeah, again, but same thing, 2.5, call it 3, right? Say 3 times my risk. So I've had a $5,000 risk. That there now is what? That's a $10,000 to $15,000 profit there. And then onto the next trade here. This one here was roughly 2 times my risk. So if you just look at those 4 trades there that I've taken this month. Now, by the way, guys, there's been a lot of time that I've spent in front of the computer. I'm trying to share with you that, you know, yes, I'm taking these trades, but sometimes I'm sitting in front, I'm looking at these charts 10 hours a day sometimes. I mean, a couple hours in the morning, and then at nighttime in the afternoon, I'm trading the intraday charts as well too, and patiently waiting. But I'm trying to share with you guys that if you looked at this here and you just had, say, a $5,000 risk on these trades, and you waited for these, what I call the A quality setups, then the profit potential here is 40, 50, 60 grand. Now, if you started doing $10,000 risk, now you're like, now you can see how it's possible to become a 7-figure trader yourself. Now, again, I'm not here to sit here and brag and say I'm the best and so on and so forth. No. What I'm trying to share with you is this. I'm trying to share with you the insights of what it truly takes for you to be a really successful trader in the markets. And the insights is that firstly, I had to be patient and wait for my trading setup. Every single trading setup met the same rules. Now, I'm going to give you just a snippet of what the rules are. I'm looking for small bars where the bars are really small, and then a breakout bar. Look at that. So that was that one there. Look at this one here. Small bars. Look at all the small bars, and then a breakout bar. Look at this one here. On the Dow Jones. Look at all those small bars, and then a breakout bar. And then the same thing. Look at today. Look at all these small little bars, and then the breakout bar. Now, please don't go and start the trade based on that, because I use my higher time frames for support and resistance levels, and I have a complete checklist. So I'm just giving you a blank statement of what I'm looking for, but I've got to make sure that there's enough sideways movement and so on and so forth, and that the entry bar is not too big. So don't go out there and start placing a trade based on what I said just there. But I'm trying to share with you, okay? I'm trying to share with you and trying to show you that you too can become a good trader, and stop trying to get in on every single thing that moves. As you can see, right, exactly what I said there. Small bars, sideways movement, large bar breakout. Small bar, sideways movement, large bar breakout. Now, I'm looking at things like the moving average. I'm looking at things like the trend. I'm looking at higher time frames as well too. So while most people are getting hammered, while most people are having problems in these markets today, I've just finished off this, or actually I've still got trading tonight, but as you can see, right, I haven't taken a lot of trades, but this month has been a very, very successful month for me. Now, again, guys, your biggest problem is that a few things. Firstly, you're so impatient that you look at the last 30 days and you're like, man, if I just slow down and just wait for these really good setups, I'll be ahead. And so that's where you've got to be really, 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 really disciplined. Now, again, guys, I'm not saying that you're going to make. I'm not. The figures that I was saying, I was just trying to give you an example of what's potential out there if you just slow down and know exactly what you're looking for. Okay. And that's exactly what trading is all about for you. You too can become an amazing trader. You've just got to be patient and wait for those good quality setups. And firstly, and secondly, you've got to be consistent at doing the work, consistent at waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And patience is the key. As I said on the trade, as you can see, what I said on today's trade, like this one here, again, this was on the NASDAQ here, just a beautiful, just absolutely stunning trade. I said here, isn't this the greatest system on the planet? Which it really, really is the greatest system on the planet. Trend, momentum, small bars, large bar. And then I said, just wait for the setups. And then that's when my Mike Buyer said, yep, you can take the rest of the year off now. Because he saw the month that I had in my private client there. So, and as you can see, like I share all my trades. I don't normally share this with the public, but I don't normally share all this. I share all my trades that I take with my private clients. But the thing is that you too can become an amazing trader. You too can do really, really, really well from trading. You've just got to have, first, you've got to have a coach there to help you out. But secondly, secondly, that you just got to know exactly what you're looking for in a really good quality setup, and then be consistent at doing that. Be consistent at stepping up and stepping up and stepping up, and being patient every single time. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a bit of a background there. Like as you can see, I didn't take a lot. I'm going to take that down now. I didn't take a lot of trades this month. Now this month hasn't finished yet. I didn't take a lot of trades this month, but as you can see, I've only taken 4 trades this month. Every single one of them was successful. And I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that you too can. You've got the hard thing about trading is that you've got to be there at that time. As the 2-minute trade is unfolding, you've got to be waiting for that thing to unfold. You've got to wait for those things to start to happen. But you too can become a really good trader. You too can start to do really well in the markets. You just got to know exactly what to look for in a really, really high quality setup. And then secondly, you've got to have someone there to help you along, to give you the encouragement. That's what I do with my private clients on that group there. So that's what I want to share with you. Okay, that's what I want to share with you, and that's what I want to walk you through in this first session here. I'll get to is this the end of this up move, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to share that with you because so many people get so stuck in trading these markets. And your number one biggest problem is that you have a hard problem just sitting there and waiting. Oh, I've sat here for 2 hours, nothing's happening. Let me go do something else. Because preparation meets opportunity. That's how you get lucky. Preparation meets opportunity, okay? So I hope you can see, guys, that's what it's all about. Now, if you would like to become a private client of mine, I've just opened up a couple of spots for this entire year where I'll walk you through with a workbook and videos my exact step-by-step strategy that I look for, what I want to share with you today. Plus also every single week you get weekly coaching with me, weekly group coaching with the other private clients that I've got there as well. Every single week I do a live coaching call. Now this is a private client group. It's not cheap. It is expensive. But if you'd like me as your coach through every single week and become part of that private Facebook group that I shared with you a minute ago, then I'm just looking at this here. Oh, yeah, it is. Yep. There should be a link in the description box. That's meetme.so/John9. But there should be a link in the description. So that's meetme.so/John9. That'll take you to an application form. If you fill the application form out, I'll be happy to talk to you. Once again, guys, this isn't cheap. It is expensive. But if you like me as your coach to really, really help you move forward and really help you gain of this, of clarity of what to look for and start to understand what we call the mind frame and the framework of a successful trader, the patience and so on and so forth, then that's what this coaching program is all about. And as you can see, right, I don't really have a lot of people in my coaching program. I do that by default. So I don't really allow a lot of people in. So this is what I want to talk about here right now, guys. So let's actually have a look at the stock market right now. So has the end of this, is this the end right now? One thing that I want to share with you and one thing that I want to talk to you about is something that I've been talking to you about for quite some time. And that is, I've been saying on the Dow Jones that momentum is still up and it hasn't changed yet on the short term. Remember, for the last few sessions, I've said, okay, momentum has been up ever since this green candle right here. Momentum has been up. And I said, for momentum to start to change, we need a close below 24,200. 24,200. That's what we need. That's where the momentum is going to shift. And as you can see, right, we had a little up bar. So it's still very, very, very tricky to see where this is going right now. So we've got that's happened on the Dow Jones. The S&P 500, as I was saying before, we need to close below that 2,600 for the momentum from this up move to start shifting to a down move. Hasn't happened yet. So is this the end of the upside? It's very, very tricky to see whether, because we're still at that danger zone right now. And same for the NASDAQ as well too. Now the NASDAQ is actually right at this resistance level here. Now, once again, now the NASDAQ for me right now is this point right here. And that point is the 6,900, the 7,000 level. That's that point for me that's that point for me to, for the momentum to start the shift back to the downside. So basically this a close below the 6,900 level on the NASDAQ will give us a momentum back shift to the downside. The momentum right now on the NASDAQ is slowing, meaning it's just going sideways through here. The bias is still to the upside. We haven't had a shift yet. So is this the end of the move? Is this the end of the upside in this market? It doesn't really look like it, or we're not getting that sign right as yet, but we still are in this sort of bit of a dangerous territory right now because we still are potentially still making these lower highs and nothing has really, really changed through there. So you want to be really, really careful right now where the market's at. We still could roll over from here, but right now the short-term momentum is definitely still to the upside. I've been saying for the last few sessions, even though the market's still making lower highs, the short-term day-by-day chart momentum is still being very, very, very strong to the upside. So that's basically what's happening there right now and what's going on with the markets there. And once again, a quick look at silver and gold. That's just been powering up the SLV price. Nice little high, low, and powering up with all this volume here. So it's looking really, really interesting what's actually going on right now, especially with the silver price. Now we are getting very, very close to this conjunction here. And this conjunction point, let me just take that off the screen there. Let me do this from here to here. All right, so this is the conjunction point where we're probably going to have a bit of resistance through here on silver. This is SLV price, but it's just very, 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 very nice. Same with gold as well too. Like this has completely surprised me. Like I Again, it was very, very hard to get a reading of gold and silver, but this volume that's been coming in lately, it's just been absolutely just crazy. And once again, for me personally, once we start to get it back above 130, then it's game on for the bulls, and we should see a nice big move for probably for a couple of years. Now that's not guaranteed, but that's what I'm happy. That's what's happening there right now. It's like it does look like right now silver and gold, the end of the bear mark or the end of that down move looks like it's starting to form. Now the things like the GDX and GDXJ, this is just, you know, this right now is the end of this bear market in the GDX. Sorry, GDXJ, and also the GDX as well too. Just a big run up. So this is the end of this bear move here. It was very, very tricky to see how's this going to play out, but since we've got a big move to the upside, lots and lots of buyers are starting to come back in here, especially on this GDXJ chart. Higher high, higher low off this double bottom and breaking through. This does look like it's the end of the down move now on the miners. So it does look like this thing is going to start to move up from here. And the Dow Jones and the S&P, they're still looking pretty tricky there. I'm not really too quite sure about that. So what I want to do, guys, is I want to give you, if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat box below, or put them in the chat box, and I'll be happy to help you out. Also, guys, just a quick reminder that my $7 flash sale that I'm running for my trading course at johnsflashsale.com, JOHNS flashsale.com, ends today. If you'd like to get a free trial to my Master Trader Lab, that's mastertraderlab.com. And if you are interested in taking those couple of spots that I've just opened up for my weekly private coaching, which is not cheap, it is expensive. And I do that to weed out the weak people. I'm only interested in dealing with people that are truly committed. And you can do that by the link in the description, or go to meetme.so/John9, and you can fill out the application form. I'll be happy to speak to you on the phone, talk to you about that. And, you know, and on the phone or over the internet, I'll talk to you, and we'll see whether I'll talk to you more about the coaching program and whether it's a good fit for both of us. But I only have 2 spots that I've just opened up right now. So let me go through here and answer some questions. If Amazon exposed tomorrow, it will continue the bull market. So Amazon is actually looking quite strong here right now. Amazon is actually looking quite strong. We have a lower low, and another lower low. But now we're running up, and now we're getting this sort of, we're getting a we did have a move down, but now we're getting a push back to the upside. So this could be some sort of a bull flag forming. And so if we continue up through here and we start to get a break above this level, 1700, it's game on for Amazon. It really is. Valuations of stocks are very suspect. Buybacks and news catalysts fueling, in my opinion, and total corporate debt. So, okay. Well, as you can see, right, a lot of that debt, corporations, validations, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. Guess what? We can't really do anything about that, can we? We can't really do anything about that. We can't stop, you know, we can't stop ourselves. We can't trade based on that. Tesla and PayPal to watch, TSLA. Tesla is just an ugly chart, guys. I wouldn't be touching Tesla with a 10-foot pole. Just look how gappy and whippy this is, guys. Stay away from Tesla. Don't trade Tesla. It's too risky. If you're short-term trading, maybe on a short-term chart, maybe a 15-minute chart or whatever. But you can actually look what happened with Tesla just recently. Obviously, the earnings came out, and now we're getting a very, very whippy round. This is obviously after market hours right now. So, guys, stay away from Tesla. If you're looking to trade and hold, if you're intraday trading, that's different. But if you're looking to hold and even hold for a few weeks or even for a few days, I'd stay away from Tesla. It's too risky. It's too gappy. It's too all over the place. Just stay away from it. And PayPal, what's happened with PayPal? PayPal, once again, PayPal is looking very, very, very ugly once again. Just no man's land. Absolutely no man's land. We did get all this sideways movement through here. And now we're breaking back up. Again, just a very ugly stock, guys. Guys, you want to stay away from stocks that are very volatile because they become very, very, very unpredictable. You want consistency and you want high probability. Even if, like, when I start to see stocks like this, I just run from them because it's like there is no probability. Look how messy this is, guys. Like, look how messy this is. Now, I'll share something with you, right? Like, look at this chart here. Look how messy that is. And then if I bring up, say, the trade that I took today, which was on the NASDAQ, look how clean that is. Look, what I mean by clean, look how smooth. Market runs up, nice pullback with small bars, got a nice bar there, and so on and so forth, right? Look how smooth that is. That's what I mean by smooth. And now, yes, this is an intraday chart, but whatever chart you're trading, if you start to get a chart that looks like this here, stay away from it because you're going to get chewed up. One minute we're having a big up bar, and next minute you're getting slammed. It's like, stay away from these ugly, volatile stocks until they start to get some nice rhythm and a nice momentum into it. But apart from that, stay away from them, guys. It really is a risky thing. Less is more unless you are a scalper who trades all day. Well, not necessarily. I wouldn't call a scalper off of us. You know, I don't trade all day. I trade intraday charts, but I'm not a scalper. I just wait for those really good quality setups, and then I'm happy to put a good amount of money on those. And from that, you can do really well from trading. What MAs are you using? They're really, really special MAs, Nick. So I can't really tell you that. They're not 52. I use the 52, and then I also use a 9 as well too. Nothing special about them. 52, I'm just using for the overall bit of a longer term momentum, and trend sort of thing to see what that's doing. And the 9, I'm just using it as a short term momentum. You could use a 10 and 60 if you wanted to. It's not really. It's just there's nothing special about it. The chart is the main thing that I'm looking at. I had a good setup, but sometimes it doesn't work. Well, Yenny, I understand what you're saying there, but you must understand, like, you must accept up the fact, you must already know up front your average success rate in the markets. Because I'm telling you right now, Yenny, you saw Yenai, I think it is. I know for my A quality setups, almost every single one of those trades is going to generate a profit for me. Like this month, I've had 4 A quality setups, every single trade, really nice setups. Very rarely will I get an A quality setup and it doesn't generate a profit. So if I wait for those things, I know most of them are going to. Now, I don't get a lot of them. I don't get a lot of those trades. So I've only taken 4 trades, and they've been 2-minute trades and 5-minute trades and 15-minute trades. But you also must understand that if you are, depending on your strategy you're using, if you are trading a strategy that's giving you a 70% win-loss ratio, well, of course, some of the trades are not going to work. Now you must go back to the first basis of, am I actually trading a strategy that I believe in? Am I actually, and the secondly is that, am I actually being consistent and disciplined every single time? Am I taking the exact same setups every single time, or am I just fudging it? The Fed folded, time to buy gold stocks. Top-down trading method, time frame, continually utilizing methods, weekly, daily time frame to enter the alley has been huge for trading. The raise of interest rates. They didn't raise interest rates today, did they, guys? I don't think they did. I didn't actually check that. No, I don't think they did. Yeah. So I don't think they did there. Yeah, Martin, stay away from Tesla, man. Stay away from Tesla. It's too risky. It really is. Do you trade options or shares? All of us. For me personally, when I'm trading the stock market, when I'm trading the stocks itself, I trade the options over the stocks because it gives me that leverage. And then but with all the other markets, such as the futures and the Forex, obviously I'm just trading the futures and the Forex, but off a different trading platform, that is. QE4 coming? Well, I wouldn't say QE4 is coming yet. The only reason why they'll start to do QE4 is if things start to really, really get too heavy on the downside. Harish, John, now what is the direction of the market? Because the Feds are now halting the raising of interest rates. You know what? Let me get my crystal ball and let me tell you, I have no idea. Just follow the markets. No one knows. No one knows. The direction of the market is not based on what the Fed says. Just follow the charts, guys. Follow the charts. You can't trade what the Fed says. Yeah. JCP. What do I think about JCP? Well, it's definitely been hammered quite a fair bit, hasn't it? We are still getting lower highs, but we're definitely slowing through here a little bit. So we could be getting some sort of reversal pattern here soon. But the trend has been massively down for quite some time. So I wouldn't want to be trading against it. So it's pretty much sideways, not much going on. The thing is this, guys, one thing you must understand so importantly, if you want to be a successful trader, you must be consistent and disciplined at taking a trading setup. Not saying, well, for example, like JCP. I like JCP and I think it's going to be bottom and I think it's going to run up, so I'm going to buy it. No. Wrong. As you can see with my trades, I've taken 4 trades and every single one of those trades met the exact same rules every single time. There is no guesswork. So I hope you can see that. Do you like using hourly RSI divergence? Sean, do you see RSI on my charts? It's not the RSI divergence. That's no. I trade a very high probability trading pattern. That's what I do. Do I like EMA or SMA better? Just simple moving averages. EMA, SMA, it doesn't matter, guys. It really doesn't. What you use the moving averages for is just to get you see whether that particular stock is overbought or oversold if it's too far away from the moving average. And also the direction of the moving average. Have we got a strong trending movement or have we not? That sort of thing. So it's not, yeah. I hope you can see that. Usually with a trend line too. Okay, I think you're overcomplicating it there, Sean. Put it this way, guys. If you guys are new to this, I've been doing this now for 15 years myself. And I used to trade, like I actually, let me show you a chart that I used to trade with. You know what? Let's go to this one here. All right. So this is how I used to trade, guys. That's how I used to trade. What? It's what? Now there is I use this double stochastic here. The Fibonacci levels. Yeah, sorry, I forgot the Fibonacci levels too. There is a double stochastic here, guys, by the way. That I still think is pretty powerful, but guys, that's how I used to trade. And this is how I trade now. And it's completely just, yeah, I don't, again, guys, everything is based on the chart. The more that I can actually understand the chart itself, the bars, the better trader you'll be. No problem, Leo. No. So as you can see, right, this here, it was just horrible. I had no consistency at all. But now I just trade this way. And as you can see, right, like once again, guys, if I just share with you, like if you look at my chart, right, look at this trade that I took today. Oh, crap. Here it is here. What do you see? You see one moving average. That's it. You don't need a lot of stuff on your charts. You just got to have a high probability chart pattern, and that's it. Forget all these moving averages and Bollinger Bands and stochastics and all that sort of crap. It is slowing you down and it's creating confusion. This is literally what I use today to trade the markets. Because for me, it's all about the trading setup. For me, it's all about looking for those amazing trading setups. You are doing yourselves a dissatisfaction, guys, by overcomplicating it. Have a high probability trading setup, and it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy and pretty simple. The hard part is waiting for this, whether it's a day, whether it's a week, whether it's a month. 50 and 200. I don't even use, why do you use the 200 for, Hollywood? If you're a trader, who cares about the 200? Like, keep it simple. Like, you guys just keep, again, guys, just way too complicated. Well, the 200 this and the 50 this and so on and so forth. Again, guys, I use the moving averages for a reason. I'm trying to see, where is momentum at this time? Is it slowing? Is it strong? Is it whatever? Right? And so once again, if I bring up my NASDAQ chart, if I share with you, look at this moving average through here, right? Nicely pointing up. What does that tell me? Momentum is definitely strong, or momentum is definitely nicely pointing up to the upside. So as we got this nice chart pattern, I looked at my moving average and said, okay, we've got momentum behind this. Very simple, guys. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's it for me today. Once again, guys, today's the very last day for that $7 flash sale at johnsflashsale.com. If you want a free trial to the Master Trader Lab, then go to mastertraderlab.com. And if you would like to apply for my 2 spots for my coaching program, my platinum coaching program, then that's obviously, you get access to my trading strategy and weekly coaching from me. You then go to meetme.so/John9, or the link should be in the description there as well too. Just go to that there, fill out the application. I'll be happy to talk to you and help you out and see if it is. Now, bear in mind, guys, the coaching program is not cheap. I keep it small for a reason, because you can see trading is my #1 thing. And then I have a small group, as you just saw, just a couple of people in there. There's actually about 10 people in there right now. So it's only a real small group. I like to keep it small so I can focus on helping them as well too. Anyway, guys, have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you next time.